You're listening to the Quint podcast.
What's up with WhatsApp? WhatsApp's update to its privacy policy has been causing a great deal of concern, confusion, and cacophony among users since its release on 4th January. The in-app notification alerts users that they have time till 8th February to accept the terms or risk having their accounts rendered inactive. WhatsApp's coercive ultimatum has only added to the user dilemma about staying on in a potentially less secure app, but one that has all their friends, family, and work contacts on them. So, how much of a threat to our privacy is the new update? What kind of data would be shared with Facebook? Does one continue to stay on WhatsApp? Or should one migrate to a different platform? The Quint spoke with Anivar Arvind, a senior software engineer and public interest technologist who has been a vocal proponent of open software and digital rights. He explains the core issues at hand and what's exactly at stake. You're tuned into The Big Story, the podcast where we dissect the headline-making news for you, and I'm your host, Sushovan. Before moving into the merits of the current privacy update, let's dial back a little bit in the past and take a look at WhatsApp's history of assurances and promises made and how they've actually turned out. In 2014, when WhatsApp was acquired by Facebook for $22 billion US, to allay user fears, WhatsApp publicly committed to never share data with Facebook. However, just 2 years later, in 2016, they updated their policy and stated that WhatsApp would start sharing some data with Facebook, including phone numbers and users' last seen activity. WhatsApp faced heavy fines of $110 million in Europe for this. This time round, the messaging app is assured that there's no compromise in privacy standards. But a question is, how does one trust WhatsApp in 2020, given the complete U-turn 4 years ago? Anivar Arvind weighs in on this.
Yeah, so basically, I'm a WhatsApp user from 2012 onwards. So it's a time of my first smartphone. WhatsApp came to a time in which SMS to online messaging is starting. And as an early messaging application, I was started to use more WhatsApp, and I was even a paying user. There was an even yearly payment after the first free 1 year. So I even paid for 3 years by the end of 2012. But in 2014, Facebook bought and it became entirely free. And at that time, why Facebook bought it? We know that from the antitrust case in US, how Mark Zuckerberg got quoted about buying Instagram. So buying a competitor primarily helps in increasing the run of the existing platform. So Facebook is buying time and avoiding the competition by buying out the competitors. Let it be Instagram, let it be WhatsApp. And WhatsApp was famous also because of its user base, and we know that there is a significant percent of user base from India, right?
Right.
And 2014 elections made it much more popular in India, especially because of the IT cells and other kind of grassroots promise.
Right.
And WhatsApp grown with India's internet growth, even though Facebook tried to limit it with free basics and others. But with net neutrality and everything, the WhatsApp grown further. The encryption rolled out on WhatsApp. So the promises for Facebook made at the time of acquisition of WhatsApp was primarily they won't merge the data with Facebook. Is one of the main promises of that. Breach of that is primarily a competition issue. So Facebook is facing similar anti-competitive trials in antitrust trials in US. I think 2 cases are happening in US.
Right.
There is a European Union guidelines in 2017, I think. There was a similar one in France as well. And if you look at the market, it is not like a 2013-14 situation. There is enough messenger players right now. So there is a multiple level of messaging apps, and there is enough alternatives are there in the market. But what makes WhatsApp special is its user base.
Right,
And
absolutely.
Facebook is giving the last option for them to either share data with Facebook with a new privacy policy or stop using the app. So this is the ultimatum. So that ultimatum, you need to take a call on either joining with it or removing from it.
So, what exactly are the core issues at moment with the latest update? The biggest change is the fact that Facebook may now have access to messages that users share with business accounts on WhatsApp. The company claims that it, and I quote, will not automatically use messages to inform the ads that a user sees. So can this assurance by Facebook be trusted? The Internet Freedom Foundation, in a sharp criticism, states in its blog, and I quote, considering Facebook's past record on privacy, we will let you decide whether these assurances can be trusted. But this is not the only change. Anivar explains what the data collection practices are and how they undermined end-to-end encryption as well.
Let's look at the case of India. Apart from WhatsApp in other countries, India's WhatsApp have a lot of other peculiarities. Especially if you look at the payment data. WhatsApp have a service called WhatsApp Pay in India, which is primarily a UPI integration for WhatsApp. When you bring UPI integration, whole that claim of end-to-end encrypted is already gone, because payment data passes through a bank, a payment service provider, a NPCI, the receiver's payment service provider, and the receiver's bank. So basically there is more than 6 parties involved in a transaction via WhatsApp Pay, just like any other UPI app. And this includes your location data, this includes your real name, your bank account transaction numbers. All these are metadata. So this is when you say end-to-end encrypted, but this through one UPI transaction, WhatsApp get your real name data and many other parameters, including even the payment social graph, not just limited to your social communication social graph. And when you are transferring all these data with Facebook, you know that in Facebook policy, Facebook solution for almost all the problems is a real name policy, which is a central pillar in their community standard. So WhatsApp Pay becomes a solution for Facebook for easy integration of real names with Facebook profile. Primarily, this kills anonymity, right? This kills quite a lot of stuff. So, and this is enabled by UPI ecosystem. This is enabled by so when you say end-to-end encrypted and anonymization and everything, that all is gone just with a single step.
Right.
For user, the primary issue is Facebook treats. I think some Facebook official itself said, WhatsApp official itself said this. Basically, Facebook and Instagram are the storefronts in which they receive ads and everything, and WhatsApp is more like a transaction data.
Right.
So WhatsApp helps in targeting users based upon their social graph, based upon their other communication preferences, location, and everything. And so basically, somebody with a huge social connection will be an influencer according to an ad terminology, possibly.
Right.
So it's mostly like an influencer. So it's someone with a huge set of peers around. They know that this is what even election targeting does, right? But what usually does on election targeting is they target first on influencers. Influencers can influence a lot of people. This is like bringing that same concept into the marketing targeting. So if you have a social graph, higher social graph, it is highly likely that you will be more targeted, and that's basically again going to be another competition issue, another level of competition issue.
What is clear from Arvind's explanation is that it is not only a privacy issue but also a competition issue, one that has attracted strong attention in Europe and the US, but not yet in India. Arvind also goes on to explain how small businesses, a segment that relies on WhatsApp to communicate and coordinate with customers, will be among the biggest losers as a result of this update.
So the what I am going to miss is there is a lot of business integrations with WhatsApp. So I can easily talk to anyone in, especially with the new startups or new maybe online sellers, started their business on WhatsApp. So they may be the people primarily going to lose out on this because their customer base and over a period of time may be shifting from WhatsApp to some other platform.
Right.
So your access to small businesses in India and the small businesses access to you, which may be your local grocery shop, which will send you the stuff when you send a list of items in WhatsApp. So this is the only part I feel it's going to be missed out. So it's primarily, that is also because of, even though WhatsApp offered small businesses apps and everything, they never told it will be tightly integrated with Facebook, right?
Right.
So it's their loss as well. It's basically WhatsApp is destroying its own ecosystem for the integration with Facebook. Whether it is without looking at so even if it is competition wise, is it good or not? Competition. I think this is something in which Competition Commission need to look into.
So what now then? Does one continue to stay on? Or does it make sense to move elsewhere? Or perhaps a third option of splitting personal messaging across different platforms. Arvind says that while Signal is best for user security, Telegram is best when it comes to convenience, even though Telegram isn't automatically end-to-end encrypted. What does he mean by this, and how does one decide then?
So anyway, as most of the people moving from WhatsApp, the easiest first option for a easy migration experience is anyway Signal, and Signal is considered to be the gold standard on the privacy and security angles, especially because even the WhatsApp's encryption is developed by people behind Signal, open whisper systems, which later turned into a foundation. So basically, encryption feature of WhatsApp is developed by the same developers of Signal. The same principles are implemented much more better way in Signal. And for example, so migration from WhatsApp and Signal, the only feature people may miss is the status update, which recently got introduced. Rest of the stuff works perfectly as it is. And you will get extra features like groups can have 1,000 members instead of just 256 in WhatsApp. So that's a add-on advantage to this. Second, you will get disappearing messages. So the whole problem of WhatsApp is getting bulky with a lot of forwards from family and friends will be over if you switch on the disappearing messages. So that way, it's a convenience-wise as well as communication-wise, it's a more secure and safer option. Convenience, if you consider convenience over security, Telegram is a better option, but at the same time, it's not fully open source. It does not have good encryption features by default. Encryption is basically an optional turn-on. But for large groups and large communities, without opening up your phone number like WhatsApp especially have a non-vulnerability of your phone numbers in groups will be visible to all. Telegram is more using a user name concept, so your access will be, without revealing your phone number, you can participate in discussions.
Moreover, while Signal has received a huge boost in users since the update launched, if you are particularly concerned about privacy, there are other open source, peer-reviewed and decentralized messaging platforms available which are likely to gain traction in the future.
And another alternative, security-wise, another very good alternative is Prima. Prima is a Swiss app which is also fully open source, but it's a paid app in Play Store. But you can get a free version via app stores like F-Droid, which is for free and open source apps. So Prima is a very secure app, almost on the same standard of Signal, popular in European Union countries. It's hosted in a Swiss company, and especially for companies and all, Prima will be a very good option.
Right.
Another option, which is a decentralized option, is Element. Element is primarily using the matrix protocol, which allows people to even host their own servers. So it does not need even a central server like WhatsApp or Signal or Prima. You can host your own servers in that way if you want. But the free service is already there with element.io website and server. So matrix.org is a decentralized protocol. So this is like a Mastodon for Mastodon kind of situation for WhatsApp. It's also very secure. It's also have good level of encryption, groups, all the kind of public groups, private groups, everything.
If you like listening to this podcast, please subscribe to the Big Story playlist for episodic updates. We are live on Apple, Google Podcast, Spotify, JioSaavn, and other popular podcast streaming platforms. For other podcasts, please log on to the Quint website and check out our podcast section. For any feedback, shoot an email to podcasts@thequint.com.